Good morning, dear cadets. So yesterday I completed so many, near about five oxo acids of phosphorus. Today remaining I am going to complete. So just see, this is the parent one. What is the name of this one? Phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid. It's okay, no problem. In phosphoric acid, if you will add one oxygen, so you will get peroxophosphoric acid. Peroxophosphoric acid. And yesterday only I have completed this one. If you will take two molecules of this one phosphoric acid and remove one molecules of water, here I am showing, just see, P double bond OH, OH and OH plus P double bond OH, OH and OH. So here what is there? H and OH is removed, means water is removed. Now what is left now? Left one acid is this one, just see, P double bond OH and here OH, O, and here what is there? P double bond O, here OH and here OH. It's okay, no problem at all. And now what is the name of this one? Pyrophosphoric acid. Pyrophosphoric acid. Now this pyrophosphoric acid is very important. Rest all oxo acids of phosphorus will be made out of this one. Like just see, if you remove one oxygen from here, minus one oxygen, then you will get the hypodiphosphoric acid. Hypodiphosphoric acid. And see their structure, just see, what is the formula? H4P2O6. H4P2O6. So just see, 1 2 3 4 5 6, remove this oxygen. Now direct linking is there between phosphorus and phosphorus. This is hypo means less, means from pyrophosphoric acid there is a one oxygen less, that is why it is known as hypodiphosphoric acid. It's okay. Now do one thing, from this one, in pyrophosphoric acid add one oxygen, so H4P2O7. H4P2O7, so you will get H4P2O8, that is peroxodiphosphoric acid. Peroxodiphosphoric acid. Okay. Now just see, 8 oxygen is there. What is there? 8 oxygen. So just see, in the single structure only will do. Just see, peroxo, just see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now here between these two phosphorus, just see, O single bond O and this oxygen is there. Okay. Peroxodiphosphoric acid. So just see, this is oxo bond. What is this one? Oxo bond. Now you can count now here, H4P2O8. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 oxygen is there. Okay. So in this way your all the oxo acids of phosphorus is completed. So dear cadets, as you have seen here, this one is very important, H4P2O7. If you remove one oxygen, then you will get this one. If you add one oxygen, here what is there? Plus one oxygen, then you will get this one. And this is peroxo bond. What is this one? Peroxo bond. Peroxo bond. Okay. And now as far as oxidation state is concerned, very easily you can calculate the oxidation state also. Their oxidation state I have calculated. You know this one. What about this one? What about this one? H4P2O7. H4P2O7. So this is 4 plus 2x plus 7 minus 2 equal to 0. So what is here? 4 plus 2x minus 14 equal to 0. So 2x equal to 14 minus 4. So 2x equal to 10. So x equal to plus 5. Here the oxidation state of phosphorus is plus 5. Okay. Now what about next one? The next one is H4P2O6. So just see here only I am deleting H4P2O6. So here what is there? Now 6 oxygen. So here what is there? 12 oxygen. Now here what is there? 4. Now 4 plus 2x minus 12 equal to 0. So 2x equal to here 12 minus 4. So 12 minus 4 means 2x equal to 8. So x equal to here what is there? Plus 4. So here oxidation state is plus 4. Hypodiphosphoric acid. Now try to understand here. Here little bit change will come because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is normal oxygen. Now here what is there? 2 oxygens are per oxo. Means just see. First note down the formula H4P2O8. So now here what is there? Just try to understand here. Here this is plus 4 plus 2x plus just see 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 normal oxygen is there. Minus 2. Normal oxygen means where oxidation state is minus 2. And here what is there? 2 oxygen is peroxide bond. So that is minus 1. So here what is there? 4 plus 2x minus 12 minus 2 equal to 0. So here what is there? 4 plus 2x minus 14 equal to 0. So now here 2x equal to 14 minus 4. So as you know x equal to what will come? 5. So here also oxidation state is plus 5. So what is the general observation in all the oxo acids? The oxidation state of phosphorus never exceeds beyond 5. Everywhere it is plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 and plus 5. Beyond plus 5 no one has shown the oxidation state. Okay. So these are the all oxo acids of phosphorus. So just you remember 2 oxo acids, rest everyone you can make. First one is phosphorus acid H3PO3, another one is the phosphoric acid H3PO4. So dear cadets, now just I have finished the oxo acids of phosphorus. Now let us check some characteristics which are based on the structures of oxo acids of phosphorus. Number 1, all oxo acids of phosphorus contain, means in all oxo acids of phosphorus, P atom is tetrahedrally surrounded by HOH or double bond O or P single bond O. Okay. So means around the phosphorus either pH bond would be there or POH bond would be there or P double bond O would be there or P single bond O is there. Okay. These are the 4 types. Don't get confused. Here the meaning of this one is P atom is tetrahedrally surrounded by pH, POH, P double bond O or P single bond O. Okay. Are you getting my point? So one thing is sure, the all oxo acids of phosphorus is having tetrahedral structure, and in tetrahedral structure what is the hybridization state? sp3. All oxo acids of phosphorus at least one P double bond O POH bond must be there. In all oxo acids of phosphorus at least one P double bond O or POH bond must be there. Okay. Third one is their basicity is judged on the basis of number of OH bond. Okay. Their basicity is judged on the basis of number of OH bond. So greater the number of OH bond, greater will be the basicity, because OH bond is the only polar bond and it is ionizable. What is this one? Ionizable due to difference in the electronegativity of bonded atom. So just see, O and H electronegativity difference is there. Because of this electronegativity difference, they remove H positive. Okay. Their reducing character is judged on the basis of number of pH bond. Here it is written please note down. So greater the number of pH bond, greater will be the reducing character. Okay, just try to understand. If you see clearly all the oxo acids of phosphorus, H3PO2 means hypophosphorus acid contains 2H bond, that is why it is a strong reducing agent. Okay, another important thing is H3PO3 only undergoes disproportionation reaction. Among all oxo acids of phosphorus, H3PO3 will only undergo disproportionation reaction. Now fifth one, oxo acids of phosphorus where oxidation state is less than +5. Oxo acids of phosphorus where oxidation state is less than 5. In addition to P double bond O, POH bond, they contain PP or PH bond, but not both. Are you getting my point? Just try to understand. Those oxo acids of phosphorus where oxidation state is less than 5, so they contain, in addition to the P double bond O and POH bond, they contain PP bond or PH bond. Are you getting my point or not? Once again listen. In all the oxo acids of phosphorus, POH and P double bond O, at least one bond is must. But those oxo acids of phosphorus which have got the oxidation state less than 5, they must contain PP or pH bond. PP or pH bond. Okay, but not both. Okay, next one is all oxo acids of phosphorus, P atom is tetrahedrally. So already I discussed this one, tetrahedrally. Now this is the important point, that H3PO4 only undergoes disproportionation reaction. So what is the meaning of this one? Just try to understand. H3PO3, and here what is there? H3PO4. Here what is there? H3PO2. Okay, just try to understand. What is the meaning of disproportionation reaction? If same elements undergo oxidation and reduction, that kind of substance will undergo disproportionation reaction. One more way is there. What is that way? You can define disproportionation reaction in the same way. If any element exhibit oxidation state more than one time, means minimum 3 oxidation state that element has to exhibit. Out of 3, the lowest one and the highest one should be present in the product side, while the intermediate one should be present in the reactant side. Just see why H3PO3 undergo disproportionation reaction. This is +3 here. What is here? +5. Here what is there? +1. Okay, just try to understand. So 3 can go, means phosphorus can go from +3 to +5, and this one +3 to +1. Okay, are you getting my point or not? +3 to +5 it can go. Okay, so what is there? It is undergoing oxidation. It is undergoing oxidation. If +3 to +1 it is undergoing, so this is undergoing reduction. It is undergoing reduction. Okay, are you getting my point or not? So phosphorus is exhibiting 3 kinds of oxidation state, +5 also, +1 also, +3 also. This is the only reason, that is why this one phosphorus acid undergoes oxidation and reduction. Or you can directly write undergoes disproportionation reaction. Okay, have you got this one or not? Yes. So this is reduction, this is oxidation. Okay, so there are so many reaction you will study also in upcoming days, where this one is undergoing oxidation and reduction. So okay, so now in this way your group number 15 is completely completed. Now what is the next number? Group number 16. Group number 16. So dear cadets, now group number 16. This group number 16 is also known as chalcogenes. So we'll tell you why they are known as chalcogenes. First see the member: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. This is 8, 16. What is this one? Just see: nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Okay, so this is 7, 15, this is 33, this is 51, so this is 52, this is 83, this is 84. Okay, so just try to understand here. Try to understand: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. Okay, these are the 16 groups members. They are known as chalcogenes. They are known as chalcogenes. So why they are known as chalcogenes? They are known as chalcogenes. They are known as chalcogenes because they are known as chalcogenes because the meaning of chalcogene is chalcogene is ore farming. Okay, ore farming. And since most of the ore found in oxide and sulfide form, hence since most of the ore found in oxides and sulfides form, okay, and oxygen and sulfur is the member of 16 group. And oxygen and sulfur is the member of 16 group. Hence this group is known as chalcogenes. This group is known as chalcogenes. Are you getting my point? Just listen here. Chalcogenes means ore farming elements. What is this one? Ore farming elements. Now just see. Most of the ores found in the nature in the form of oxide and sulfide. Most of the ores are found in oxide and sulfide. Okay. So what is there? Oxygen and sulfur is the member of 16 group. That is why this group is known as chalcogenes, ore farming elements. Okay. Once again listen. The meaning of chalcogenes means ore farming elements. And most of the ores in the nature, they are found in oxide and sulfide form. That is why they are known as chalcogenes, because oxygen and sulfur is the member of 16 group. In this way, introduction of 16 group is over. Now the duration of video is also over. Today I am busy. I have to do some work. So now tomorrow onwards I will start the 16 group in trends in physical property. Means detailed study will do. Okay. Thank you.